Welcome to You Know What You Know with me, your host, Brian Burnett. This is my first episode. I'm very excited to get this started. And let's just get right into it. I ain't even about to waste no time. So today I want to talk about a few things. I really want to get into the Cavs, my team, of course. Anybody who knows. Anybody who doesn't, now you do. And that's the first thing I'm gonna be talking about. I'm gonna get into a few other things. Definitely gonna be all NBA talk today, but I definitely want to talk about the Cavs to start off. So let's get right into it. Yeah, man, we haven't looked great. We have not looked great at all. I have not been that happy with our performance. We have a good record. We're 8-4 right now, and I believe we're tied for second in the East, if I'm not mistaken. And our record really doesn't show how we've been playing. Honestly, it's not really a good indicator of how we've been playing because we've been playing pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, we've been playing pretty bad. I mean, bad might be an overstatement, but compared to last year at least, not even just like the 15-0 start, like just in general, just overall play. There are some players that have stepped up and have been playing really good, and most I honestly I can't really say I'm disappointed with anybody in specific, but as a team, something's just not clicking. Something doesn't look right, But there has been a few players that have been standing out to me. Of course, Evan Mobley, he's been great so far. I mean, he just looks super assertive and purposeful, and he has no hesitation now. Like he's been looking a little different. He's definitely been looking a little different, and I definitely have been enjoying watching it. His shooting percentages have definitely gone down a little bit so far. I mean, we're only, 10, 12 games in, so, small sample size. But he definitely, every time he gets the ball, he just looks a little more assertive. He looks like he knows exactly what he wants to do with it. He's been putting up threes, no hesitation, and knocking them down. He's hit a few big shots this year. He took over late in that Bulls game. He's had some really good sequences. I'm not gonna lie. He's been really good. He's definitely taken a small step up, not huge, but definitely see a little improvement from last year. Not so much in the numbers exactly, but more so just in what I'm seeing when he gets the ball in his hands. It's just straight to the point. Whether he's driving to the basket, pulling up for three, getting an assist, whatever it is, he's getting straight to it. He's really not hesitating at all, and I love it. Honestly, I really do. I love the energy he's bringing. The defense is great as usual. All that. I really love what I've been seeing from Evan Mobley this year, and not just Evan. Honestly, I mean Jalen Tyson. Jalen Tyson has been great. He's been really good off the bench. Started a few games even when we needed him, and he's been knocking down some threes. He's hit some big threes. Another player who's not hesitating to shoot the ball, which I really like. I think it seems like we're trying to get shots up quickly because a lot of people just aren't hesitating at all. It's just a lot of like getting it up and getting back on defense and trying to get as many possessions as possible. That's what it seems like the Cavs are trying to do because maybe because of injuries. Just we know we need as many. We need to score as many points as possible. We got DG out and Strus out and a couple players out here and there, and Donovan missed last night, and we just we've had a different type of energy coming into the season than last, but I like it. I like the way we're playing. I don't love the outcome every time. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I love what I'm seeing, the shots we're attempting, how we're getting them up, we're getting back on defense, getting up a lot of shots quick, being really aggressive. Everybody, like not just Donovan, everybody's being aggressive. It looks like everybody, like Lonzo. Lonzo's putting up, I can't remember how many threes per game. He's not shooting it great, but he's putting them up, and I know eventually he's going to get hot and he's going to start making them. So everybody's just getting up their shots, and I really like the energy. I can't complain about that right now. Something has just been off though. Something has definitely been off. Saying that we've been aggressive and getting our shots up, I think we might be a little over aggressive. Sometimes I think we do need an extra swing, extra pass. But other than that, 8-4, I really can't complain too much. I do think we're a little better than that. We lost to the Raptors, which I didn't love. They've been winning some games lately. They've been looking pretty good, but still, it's just some teams I thought we should have beat. that we didn't. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed in overall play so far. But I can't be too mad. I can't be too mad. I've definitely seen worse from us. So yeah, man, I think we've been pretty good so far. Sam Merrill has been really good. He's giving you 15 a game right now, on I believe 48% from three. Yeah, he's. I mean, he's always shot the shit out of the ball. I always love the way Merrill shoots the ball, but he definitely a lot more aggressive. I think he was being a lot more aggressive to start off because he knew he had to with DG out and Struce out. That's really just like his spot to shine now. It's just we need a shooter. We need someone who could shoot the ball. Struce and DG are two of our best shooters, if not our two best shooters. And yeah, we really need him to step up, and he has. He definitely has. He's had a few good games, so I can't complain too much. New addition Lonzo Ball he's been okay. I like the way he's playing. I'm not mad at it. He's just not shooting the ball well, which is okay. I mean, Lonzo I feel like hasn't. I feel like he still might be getting back into the groove of things a little bit, just because like he really the last few seasons he played a little bit last year, but he hasn't played a full season in what 2.5 years, maybe 2 years, something like that. So yeah, no, I know he's still getting back into the groove of it a little bit, and I'm not mad at him at all. He's not shooting the ball well. I think he's shooting it about 30% from the field and about 26 from three, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely gonna get that up. He had a good game last night though. He had a really good game last night. He hit his shots. I believe he had like 15 and 8. He started. Definitely had a good game. He's been great on defense. The energy's great. I love the attitude, all that good stuff. He's definitely been doing his job. So I can't be mad at that. And of course, Donovan Mitchell, he's playing pretty damn good right now. It's weird because I feel like the numbers don't tell the whole story. I actually haven't been that happy with his play some games. I hate to say that, but because his numbers look great. He's averaging 30, shooting like 50% from the field. He's playing really good, and but something like against the Heat the other night, I just thought he was forcing the issue a little bit. I knew what he was trying to do. We were down. He was trying to bring us back. He was just driving straight into people, straight to the basket, wasting no time, drawing fouls, getting to the line, which is good, of course. But I just thought there's a few plays he could have slowed it down a little bit. Sometimes he likes to drive and kick without really, gauging the situation at the moment. It looks like he has like a decision made in his head already. Like, I'm going to drive, I'm going to get to this spot, and I'm going to kick it to the corner, which is okay. But, there's a few times where I think the player wasn't in the spot he thought they were. He threw the ball away. He made a couple risky passes that I didn't love in a few situations. But besides that, he's been pretty good. I feel like he gets into his takeover mode sometimes, which usually tends to come later in the season. I mean, he's spotty with it. He does it when we need it most of the time, but I feel like he's done it when we didn't need it a few times this year so far. And, it's hard to say that because we've definitely won a few games because of him, but I still feel like our team, our role players have been playing pretty damn good to where, trust them, put the ball in their hands. Let Evan Mobley, run the offense a little more sometimes, which he has been. Evan Mobley's been running the offense a lot, actually. And so I can't really be mad at that, but I think we could use a little more balance throughout the team. Besides that, though, I really can't complain. I mean, it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not. We've been pretty good, 8-4, can't complain. We've been winning most of the games that we're supposed to. We've gone down big in some games though, which I really don't love. We've always done that. We've always been a second half make a run team. But yeah, besides that, I'm pretty happy with the Cavs. I can't be too mad. Everything's going according to schedule. So, hopefully DG will get back soon. He just re-aggravated his toe again. I hope it's not too bad. I've read some things that say, it's just re-aggravation. It's not a complete injury, or, he didn't tear anything again, or he doesn't need surgery again. It's nothing like that. So hopefully DG can get back on the floor soon, because we were definitely looking a little better with him out there. And he looked smooth. He looked good. He didn't look too bad. So, when players come off injury, sometimes you get a little, couple weeks of them just playing, whatever. But nah, DG was pretty good. DG looked good, so I'm not too worried. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I'm definitely happy about the Cavs so far. I really think this year, if down the line Evan Mobley could, I think he's our key factor. Honestly, I think Evan Mobley needs to be a 1A. Right now he's still really the 2, and it's, scoring wise, DG would technically be the 2 most nights, but Evan is kind of stepping into that role, the two, but I really think he needs to be a 1A. I think it needs to be Don and Evan really getting like a equal share, not really of shots and like offensive load, but just like share of responsibility, to where Evan, we need to depend on Evan to put him in those situations. So when it comes playoff time, he can do that. He could take over. He can, run the offense. He could be the number one when Don's off the floor and, keep us afloat, whatever, which I've seen him do over the years. He definitely has, especially, not just last year. He was good against the Pacers last year in the playoffs. The year before against the Celtics, he definitely had a few takeover moments where, he definitely looked a little more assertive and, yeah, no, he's had a few of those moments. I just think it needs to be one more step up, one more step to where like he's fully committed to being that guy when he needs to be. And yeah, I mean, Evan's been a kind of a slow process so far. He's shown improvement every year. He's improved the three ball a lot over the years. Like I said, he has no hesitation. His confidence is up there right now. I think right now is the perfect time for him to really get those reps and really be the number one some nights. And yeah, I think we'll get there. I think we'll get there. I think we're figuring it out. I like what Kenny's doing with the team. Kenny's been pretty damn good so far. I cannot complain about anything. I like the way he works the rotation. Our role players are getting good minutes. You got Craig Porter, who gave you, I believe, 18 or 19 points last night, and Tyrese Proctor, who's been getting some really good minutes. He hasn't been shooting the ball great, but he's shooting it, and I like that. I like that he's confident enough to take those shots. I like that Kenny allows him to take those shots, so because when we need it, injuries. And this has been our problem is where we get injuries and players come in the game who aren't necessarily confident in taking all of those shots when we need them to and stepping up and playing a certain role to where now, some nights Proctor's getting those minutes and he's getting up a lot of shots and he's playing big minutes in the second half some games. Craig Porter's playing big minutes at times. Sometimes he's not playing at all, but sometimes he's playing big minutes and he's giving you 15 plus, and he can score the ball. He's not afraid to shoot it. And I really think we need that come playoff time because, you get into situations where just like last year, we're down DG, we're down Evan for a game, Hunter out for a game. We're missing some players. And, so I feel like some players just weren't fully ready to step into those roles and take the amount of shots they needed to and this and that. And Dean Wade and Craig Porter and now Proctor. Last year we had Ty Jerome. He wasn't scared to take those shots. He stepped into that role. He was the spark off the bench to where some nights we had nothing going. We're down 15 in the first half. Ty Jerome comes in, gives you 10 straight, cuts the lead. You know what I'm saying? We need a player. We need someone to take that role. So I'm hoping Porter could be that guy. Tyrese Proctor could be that guy. Sam Merrill's kind of been that guy. He's been a little more of a starter role, but I think when DG comes back, Merrill will move back to the bench. And, he'll be our spark off the bench. He'll be the guy we need to come in and hit shots when we're down or, extend the lead, whatever it is. So I think when we're healthy, we're going to be, because of the minutes these players are getting now, because we're not healthy, I think when we're healthy, we're going to be really, really deep because you got DG, Don, Hunter starting, of course, Mobley and Allen. And then off the bench, you're going to have Merrill, Lonzo, Porter, Proctor, Dean Wade, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shooters, a lot of people can score the ball, a lot of good defenders. Lonzo, Dean Wade, great defender. Sam Merrill's a good defender too. I can't complain about his defense. It's been pretty damn good. So, yeah, man, I really do like what I'm seeing. I think I more so like what I'm seeing for the future than what I'm seeing at the moment. At the moment, I think we look okay. I think when it all comes together and things are clicking more, this team's going to be, I think we're going to finish number one in the East. I really do. Right now the Pistons are rolling. I'm gonna talk about that later, but yeah, I think we'll finish number one in the East. I really do this year. I'm really confident in that as long as we're healthy. And yeah, man, I like what I'm seeing from the Cavs. Hopefully, going forward, things will start to click a little more, and come playoff time, we can be healthy this year. Hopefully, no excuses, of course. You gotta win with what you got. Everybody goes to the playoffs a little hurt, but I think the last few years we've really suffered some. Just bad timing, just a lot of bad timing. It's just like we're rolling. Down goes one, down goes another, down goes. You know what I mean? It's like it's never been like one person. It's always been Jared Allen, then Donovan Mitchell, then Evan Mobley, then DG, like Hunter. Like dudes are just going down, and it's hard. It's hard to play games without your star players. So hopefully this year, we can get it right. And yeah, that's pretty much it about the Cavs. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing, and hopefully we can keep it going. Another thing I want to talk about today is the surge of really, really good role players in this league. I think right now, just we have so many players off the bench. I mean, your 8 through 12 guys right now are probably better than they've ever been. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen some of the stuff I'm seeing. Like, I mean, you got players who just some nights they play 15 minutes, they get 5 shots. Some nights they play 25 to 30 minutes, they get 15 shots and they score 30. It's really weird. Like the balance right now is really weird. I mean, you got players who average 9 to 10 points a game, but if they get those minutes and those shots, they'll give you 30. They'll give you 35. Like, I mean, we're seeing players score at a rate that I just, especially like, I'm mainly talking about role players. You know, those 8 through 12 guys, those guys that might not play a lot every night, but when they do, they'll cook you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's really weird seeing like some nights you check the box score and Ryan Rollins got 25 and Paul Reed last night I think had 28, 13, and 6, and like he's been playing like 12 minutes a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's really just it's crazy. Like you got players like Najee Marshall who can give you 30 every now and then. Quentin Grimes, we seen the little run he went on last year and get out a little couple 40s I believe and a couple 30s like in like a week or two. I'm like, yo, like Quentin Grimes has been a really good player, don't get me wrong, but like I said, he's been one of those 10-point per game, like 8 to 10 points per game, role player, might play 20 minutes a game. Some nights you might need 30 plus. And every now and then when he gets that 30 plus, he's giving you 30 plus. And it's really just I feel like we've never really seen this before to where like almost any like who's Nick Smith Jr. for the Lakers like a week ago. They had no Luka, no Reeves, no LeBron, and he had what 26 or something like that, 27, and it's like just players like that. There's so many players like that in the league right now who could just step in and just get buckets, just be so effective. And I really love it. I really do. I mean, you got players like Colin Gillespie on the Suns, been giving them some really good minutes. I'm noticing some good things from him lately. They're winning some games too. A lot of people expecting them to be one of the worst teams in the league this year, and he's playing really good. Who else? I know I'm missing a few. Ryan Rollins, Nick Smith. The Thunder. AJ Mitchell. AJ Mitchell comes not out of nowhere. He was a good player last year. He got some minutes, of course. Championship team. You know, he's obviously a good player, but he's giving you 17 a game right now, I believe, with J Dub out, and just so many like players go down, and there's so many good players in the league nowadays. Of course, they're not going to affect the game in every aspect the same way someone like J Dub does, or the way your starter might, but they'll come off and give you 20 points in 25 minutes on efficient shooting, and it's like it's just crazy that you can get production from someone that barely ever sees the floor. I wouldn't say barely ever. Players like AJ Mitchell, he plays. But like Colin Gillespie wasn't getting a lot of minutes before this season. He comes in and starts giving you good minutes. Ryan Rollins, someone who never seen really a lot of minutes, consistently for a team, comes in and is giving you 16 a game right now. There's so many players. There's so many. I can go on for days. I mean, I'm missing some for sure. But there's been some really, really good role players this year. And, the last few years. The last few years it's been like this. So, especially on the Thunder. I mean, you got, like I said, AJ Mitchell's giving you 17. I believe Isaiah Joe's giving you 16 off the bench. Like, they're so deep that, like, Holmgren's missed some games. Doesn't matter. Players are just, contributing. And, the role players are just doing what they got to do. And it's just they're 12-1. Or 12-2. 12-1, 12-2. I believe they're 12-1. And, it's crazy. It's just, I don't think I've ever seen, I remember, like, back in the day, your 8 through 12 players really were just either, like, specialists at one thing, maybe like a vet point guard, a guy who could rebound the ball, a good defender, maybe just a shooter. It's hard to get a guy who's 8 through 12, 7 through 10, one of those guys, come off the bench and give you 25. I just feel like we're seeing a surge of that nowadays, and I love it. I love it. I've always been a guy who roots for underdogs and roots for the players that people never heard of, and, some people never heard of, the casuals. Some people who, the ball knowers, they know. Ryan Rollins, Colin Gillespie, Paul Reed, someone who's been around the league for 5 or 6 years now. He's gotten consistent minutes on teams, but this year he hasn't been playing that much. He's 10 minutes a game, comes in, gives 28, 13, and 6. You know what I mean? And the Pistons win again without no Cade. I believe no Duran. No Ivy, no, they're missing players and they're still winning games. Like, it's just you've been seeing this a lot lately, and I love it. Like I said, I love it. There's a few role players. Jalen Tyson, like I mentioned him earlier for the Cavs, he's been playing really good. Barely saw the floor last year. Barely saw the floor last year, and he was a first round pick. But stayed ready. Stayed ready. We needed him early in the season. We had some injuries. He started a few games. He played some great defense, and he's hit some big threes, and he looks confident. He looks confident, and I think that's a something you got to contribute to coaching a little bit. As in, somebody got to keep these players ready. Someone has to help them keep their mindset ready. I can't imagine. I played a little basketball myself. I wasn't great, but it's hard to not play and step in and just get into a rhythm and play good and get hot and play consistent minutes, and it's not easy. So I can only imagine what it's like for someone who's a first round pick, spends their whole rookie year playing 5-10 minutes a game, if that, if you even see the floor. Now you got to start, and you're scoring 10 to 15 a game, and it's like I love it, man. I really do. I really love what I'm seeing around the league right now. It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent. I remember, like I said, when I was a kid, man, you get players 8 through 12 who's a vet. Who you might get like a TJ Ford, who's a great player. Don't get me wrong, great player. You might get a DeJuan Blair or a Reggie Evans. These guys are just rebounders. They're just defenders. They have one job. Those are just some random players that came to my head. But, nowadays, you're 8 through 12. It's like, oh, this guy could come off and if he gets 20 shots, he's giving you 30. Like Nick Smith. Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew who Nick Smith was, but I never seen him play a significant amount of minutes or contribute, significantly to a team. Steps into the Lakers, 20-something points, gets them a big win. You know what I'm saying? And it's impressive, man. It really is. It really is. I think, there's a lot more that goes into that than just those players being who they are. It's, you see players over the years get drafted, and the minute they don't get that opportunity that they thought they were going to get, starting, playing big minutes, getting a lot of shots, they lose confidence. They don't want to play. They lose motivation. You know what I'm saying? So it's really impressive to see. I feel like you got to contribute some of that to the coaching staff and some organizations that just find a way to get people to buy in and stay consistent, stay hardworking, stay ready. And I love it, man. I really do. I love what I'm seeing from these role players, and I just think the talent overall in the league right now is at an all-time high. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. There's just some players I really love that I watch play every night, and mostly I'm thinking of Cavs right now because I watch every Cavs game. So like Sam Merrill, and I mentioned Jalen Tyson obviously, and Ty Jerome last year. Ty Jerome was a big one. Who's hurt right now, he's not playing, but Ty Jerome was another one last year who was in the league 4 or 5 years and never really saw consistent good minutes. And then he gets minutes last year and immediately is effective. Immediately from day one to the end of the season, one of the best 6 men in the league. He had games. He had a game last year where he had 27 at half. And that's Ty Jerome. Like, don't get me wrong, I know how good he is. But before last year, if I would have told you someone like Ty Jerome could just step in and give you 27 at half, you'd be like, who? Who the hell? He's like, you know what I mean? So it's just it's really at an all-time high right now, and I really do love it. That's why it's easy to watch some of these bad teams some nights. You'll get a bad team who brings somebody off the bench, and I remember last year, Trey Mann early in the season for the Hornets. I'm watching the Hornets; they did not look great, And Trey Mann, I know who he was. He was a decent backup. He got some minutes. He didn't get a lot of minutes though. First few weeks of the season, he's giving you 20s here and there, and he's playing great. And of course, he got hurt, and he's back this year, and he's playing all right so far. But just someone like that. There's so many. I mean, I could go on for days. There's so many. The talent right now is really at an all-time high, and yeah, man, I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing around the league for sure. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about today? Just a few random things I wanted to get into. Let's see, where should I start first? Let's start with the Lakers. I definitely want to start with the Lakers. Listen, I just want to give JJ Redick some credit, man. I really want to give JJ his credit. It's just, I mean, you're missing Luka for multiple games. LeBron hasn't played yet. Austin Reeves misses a few games in the middle of him going crazy, being scorching hot, going crazy. We've all seen that. and you still find a way to win games. I mean, they have a pretty good record right now. I believe they're 8-4, 8-3, something like that. Somewhere, yeah, something like that. So, and JJ, I mean, they won 50 games last year. And they had injuries. AD was out for a little while. Then they made that trade, and Luka was out for a little while. Yeah, man, I think JJ Redick needs a lot of credit right now. He's gotten people to another one who's gotten his role players to play really well for him. Rui's been scoring the ball really well, shooting the ball pretty well. I mean, everybody on that team has been pretty impressive. Honestly, Aiton's been a little up and down as usual, but he's had a few really good games, and I think JJ has just found a way to use his players how they're supposed to be used, and which is just another goes to show that like Austin Reeves is a great example. I mean, Austin Reeves went from 16 a game to 20 a game to this year 28 a game, which obviously is a small sample size. We're 13 games through, but still the thing. I mean, 50 piece, 40 piece, 16 assists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a type of evolution and step up that we just weren't expecting fully. You know what I mean? Like, we all knew Austin Reeves had a bag. He's a good scorer. I thought he was always a little limited because of speed and athleticism, but he's really just, he's a finesse player. He knows how to get to his spots. He knows what he wants. He's a great shot maker, just great shot maker, and his playmaking has just skyrocketed. I mean, 16 assists in a game, no matter who you are, no matter how much you have the ball in your hands, ain't easy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, there's been games with Luka out, Reeves, LeBron, all three of them out in games, and they found a way to do it. I really got to give JJ some credit. He's definitely been doing his thing over there. The Lakers look good. I didn't think they were contenders last year. Everybody thought they were contenders. I mean, of course, if you're healthy with Luka and LeBron, you always have a chance. But I just knew, the Thunder, the Nuggets, they just, I still don't think they really stand much of a chance against those teams. I think they have a better chance this year than they did previous. But, like I said, it's still early, so it's a little hard to tell. Thunder obviously look amazing. But yeah, man, I got to give the Lakers some credit, man. I really do think that they'll contend this year. I do think if healthy, and if relatively healthy, I don't even think they have to be fully healthy. We're already seeing them do great without LeBron. When LeBron comes back, I'm honestly hoping he takes a small step back. He takes a smaller role because, obviously LeBron's LeBron. He hasn't really fell off yet. I mean, from prime LeBron, he's fell off, but in a way, but obviously he ain't fall off all the way yet. So, I definitely hope LeBron takes a small step back and kind of just steps into a Draymond Green type role, not really to the full extent of Draymond Green. But, I want LeBron to take more shots than Draymond Green does. But, if you got LeBron out there playing defense and setting screens and facilitating, and I mean, your sky, the sky's the limit. Because, I mean, if you can make his life easier, get him some easy buckets, and he's not running the show at this age, I think he can be as effective as, any type of role player in the league. He can be the best role player. LeBron will never really be a role player. He'll always be a little more than that. He's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. But if you can get Luka to really take over, and they started this last year, you've seen it in the playoffs. There was a game, I think it was the last game against the Timberwolves, if I'm not mistaken, where LeBron wasn't really shooting the ball like that. He was getting it out of his hands quick. He was in the corner a lot, setting a lot of screens. He was playing a lot of defense. He would look like he was exerting all his energy on defense. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. If you could fully commit to something like that, this year we'll put a little twist on it on offense with him, a little more in the facilitating role. I think that would be amazing for the Lakers because I think they have enough pieces around him, especially if Austin Reeves is giving you 25 a game. You know what I'm saying? If Austin Reeves is giving you 25 a game and Luka's giving you 35 a game, you know what I'm saying? That's 60 points a game right there. You get 20 from LeBron, that's 80. All you need is 30 to 40 from Rui, Ayton, Vanderbilt, Connect, Laravia. You know what I'm saying? Jake Laravia's had some good games this year. So I really like what I'm seeing over there. I really think they have a good chance. And like I said, they're not even healthy yet. They're not even healthy. So, some people are saying they're going to look worse when LeBron comes back. I can't see that. I can't, unless they let him go back to, ball dominant, running the whole show. Like, that's not what they were even doing last year when they had Luka and LeBron. So I'm not expecting that. And I don't think that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. So, yeah, man, I really do like what I'm seeing from the Lakers. They've definitely been really good so far. Shout out to JJ. Another team I wanted to talk about was the Pistons. Pistons are first place in the East right now. They just won a game last night without no Cade. I mentioned this earlier. No Cade, no Jalen, no Ivy. Of course, he's been out. They're missing some players right now, man. They're missing some players. I don't even know if Asar Thompson played. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But they were missing some players. They were missing multiple players for sure. And I definitely, Cavs played him earlier a couple games ago, and we won, I believe. Yeah, we won that game. And yeah, it was a great game. And Pistons, they look good, man. They look good. They're just a tough team, man. You got Isaiah Stewart over there. Cade's a tough guy. Asar Thompson's a tough guy. Tobias Harris is a tough guy. My Jalen Duren, of course. They got some players over there. They really do. I really like what I'm seeing. They got Duncan Robinson over there now. He's been shooting the ball all right. I think he had, don't quote me on this, I think he had 20-something points last night, 23 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they're getting contributions from everybody. Similar system to last year. Nothing's really changed much. Cade is putting that shit up, as you can see, 45 shots the other night. Doing what he had to do, though. Doing what he had to do. He did what he had to do to get the W. Players were out. Didn't have a lot of offense. Cade said, fuck it, let me put up 45. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that energy a lot nowadays. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, in the early 2000s, AI, Tracy McGrady, young LeBron, Kobe, they get up 30 to 40 shots. They'll do it. You know what I'm saying? If they needed to, they'll do it. So it's good to see that type of energy. Some people don't really empty the clip no more like that. You see some players do it every now and then. Luka, some players are empty the clip, but not like that. Cade was really all out, emptying the clip, 45 shots, shot it terribly, don't care. Like, that's one of them situations I don't care how he shot. Like, I really don't. It does not bother me at all. You got to get that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? So if if that's what you need that night, that's what you need that night. I hope not to see that too many times going forward, and I don't think we will. Cade averages 8 to 10 assists a game. You know what I'm saying? But that's a real number one right there. That's a real star player right there. When your team needs it, forget the facilitating, forget the, all the other running the offense. Nah, put it up. Put it up. Like, get them shots up. Keep your team in the game any way you can. You know what I'm saying? Kobe mentality type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I really like that energy I'm seeing from him. Sar Thompson looks good as usual, looking a little improved offensively. Defense still there, of course. Jalen Duren has been great. Isaiah Stewart's been pretty good. They're all pretty good. I like how they brought back most of the same team. They added Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson, and they've added some players. They've added some decent players. So I think Pistons are going to be a contender. Probably like the third best team in the East this year. I want to say by the end of the year, second or third. Right now, I want to say Cavs, Knicks, Pistons. Magic, of course, are going to be in that race a little bit. Celtics aren't, no Tatum. They're not going to really be in it that much. Pacers have not been great. Yeah, man, I think the East, I want to say Cavs, Knicks, Pistons, probably the three teams to watch in the East. Knicks have pretty much looked like themselves. They've been okay. They've been pretty good. They beat the Cavs first game of the year, so I can't say too much. But yeah, man, I really like what I'm seeing. I love seeing new teams make a leap and really solidify themselves in their conference, like the Pistons. Like last year, I knew they were going to be good last year. I was on them 2 years ago. As soon as Cade was back from injury and he was, showing improvement, and I was like, all right, this is the number one pick we thought we'd get. And then last year it really came out, and he was really good last year, and obviously, and they obviously made the playoffs, all that. This is one of them teams that is immediately taking that jump. They're not, I think they were the 6th seed last year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but they're not going to be 4 or 5, or maybe 4 or something like that. But they're not going to be like 5, 6, 7. They're not going to be in the play-in. They're making that jump immediately to top 3 in the East. So at least that's what it looks like right now, and I think it's gonna stay that way. They're savvy, man. They're really savvy. It's just something about Detroit basketball, man. It's somehow been the same forever with different players. Like for the most part, it's always been that savvy, gritty, edgy, fucking bad boys Pistons. It's really it's not to that extent, but we're getting a smaller version of that. You know what I'm saying? So a little watered down version of that, but a little more offense. So yeah, man, I like what I'm seeing. I'm definitely gonna try to watch some more of their games moving forward. I haven't been watching them too much. I'll probably watch a few games, but yeah, man, definitely gonna watch them moving forward. Yeah, man. What else did I want to talk about today? Of course, the Thunder. Thunder look great as usual. SGA is doing his thing as usual. Everybody's doing their thing over there. I talked about AJ Mitchell earlier. Isaiah Joe, 17, 16 a game. They're shooting the shit out of the ball, of course. Alex Caruso doing his thing, of course. Another team that's injured. They've been missing players. Not everybody's been playing every night. They've definitely been missing players, and still getting it done. Getting it done every night, 12-1. I can't really put nothing on them right now. Nothing, I can't. They're the same as last year. They're the same as last year somehow, and that's obviously a great thing because they were the best team in the league last year. The only team I thought was better than the Cavs in the regular season, by record, of course, but not only that. Just like when we played teams last year, like I just remember, like I watch almost every Cavs game. I try to watch every single Cavs game. Of course, I don't catch every game, but I probably watch at least 50 to 60 games a year. I just remember last year, like I really genuinely didn't think any team was a matchup for us outside of the Celtics and the Thunder. And the Celtics is more because of personnel. They like to get DG in the switches, Jaylen Brown and Tatum, and just play them in ISO. And Celtics is more because of mismatch. Thunder was just straight up like everything, which is everything. Their defense, their offense, their shooting, their depth, everything. Like we're one of those teams that's good in every category. We got depth, we got shooting, we got scoring, we got defense, we got a good point guard, two big men. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a little bit of everything. The Thunder were the only other team that really in the Celtics. Celtics have that too. Their big men weren't as good as ours last year, but they got depth, they got shooters, they got defense, they got people who can handle the ball, whatever. Thunder were the only team that really matched us up every step of the way. Every step of the way, they could shoot it better. They could shoot it as good or better than us. They could defend as good or better than us. They can move the ball as good as better than us. Their bench players were as good or better than us. Like, they were really the only team when I seen us play. Because the first game was great. That first game, I don't know if anybody remembers. I'm sure most people do. Primetime game last year, Cavs Thunder. Everybody was waiting for it. I believe the Cavs only had 2 or 3 losses at the time. And we won. We beat them. And it was a great, great, great game. Probably one of the better regular season games I've seen in a long time. Great, great game. Just such great talent all the way through. Yeah, and then the second time, they cooked us. They absolutely cooked us, gave us a light 40 piece. It was really bad. And that really showed me, I'm not going to lie, that moment, I was like, if we reach the finals and we play the Thunder, they got us. It could probably be a close series, but they got us. And I had to be honest with myself because, as biased as I am towards the Cavs sometimes, I'm objective when it comes to, just talking about my team in general for the most part. I try to be objective. And the Thunder are, one of the only teams that really, I think, is just, they can't be beaten. This going down these next 3 to 5 years, going down the line, I don't really see anybody being able to build that depth and, the defense and the length and the size and your guard size and just everything about them is just exactly what you want in a basketball team. So, yeah, man, the Thunder, man, props to them, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to SGA. Shout out to Caruso, AJ Mitchell, all of them, and they're really balling right now, and they've been balling for the last year and a half, so 2 years. So, they're really a consistent team, and I can't hate on them. Can't hate on them at all. Yeah, man. I had a few players I wanted to talk about. Denny Advia. Denny Advia has been really good so far. I mean, he was really good last year, but he was one of them players, when he got drafted, we could see the potential, you know what I mean? The size, the passing, he can handle the ball. His shooting wasn't great, but he's improved it for sure. And yeah, man, Denny has shown crazy improvement. I mean, like I said, this last year on the Wizards he was really good, and then last year on the Blazers he was pretty damn good. And this year he is really freaking good. Like he really just. I haven't watched the Blazers too much, but I know he's giving you 30 a game right now. They've been winning some games. Shaden Sharp just had 35 last night, I believe. Tamani Kamara doing his thing, of course. He looks a little better offensively. His defense, obviously, always going to be great. Donovan Clingan's starting now, getting those minutes. His numbers haven't been amazing, but I know he's been effective. Yeah, man, and Denny is obviously the star of that team. He's running that show over there, and it's good to see because we just, like I said, we didn't know if he was that player. You know what I mean? We knew he was a really good player. We could see the signs, the size, the passing, like I said, ball handling, all that. And yeah, man, he's been really freaking good. I mean, 30 a game. You know, I don't even care how small of a sample size it is. I didn't think he'd ever be that type of scorer. You know, and this might not hold up. He might not score 30 a game for the whole season, but if he averages 26 a game, you know what I'm saying, 24, 25, that's still great. And he's giving you, I don't know the exact numbers right now, but I know he gives you 7 boards, 6 assists, something like that, 5 assists. You know what I'm saying? So he fills up the stat sheet. And yeah, man, I really like what I'm seeing from him. I definitely want to watch him a little more. I haven't gotten to watch too much. You know, I've been seeing the highlights, box scores, all that. But I definitely gotta tune into the Blazers. Drew Holiday's playing really good basketball right now. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was washed up. I thought Drew was cooked. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I definitely thought Drew was cooked. Not cooked. He was good on the Celtics. Obviously, contributed to a championship. He was a great player, but I thought he was past his prime. And he probably is a little past his prime, but he's right there. He's giving you 17 and 8 right now, I believe, and he's really right there. I really like what I'm seeing from Drew Holiday. So. Yeah, man, a lot of good things going on around the NBA right now. I really have been enjoying watching these games. I've gotten to a point, like I said, like the talent is so good around the league right now. It don't even matter if the star players are playing or not. I can watch every team. Like every team I've watched this year almost has been entertaining, and it's just because, like I said, the talent level is so deep right now. Oh, I didn't even get to talk about Wemby yet. I meant to talk about Wemby and I forgot all about it. Yeah, let me just get straight to that. Yeah, he's gonna be the best player in the league. I mean, I give it less than 3 years, probably more so a year and a half. By the beginning of next season, probably, maybe by the end of this season. I mean, if you really wanted to say it, you probably could. He could be the best player in the league right now. He's not. Jokic is 55 last night. He's different, but. Another team was playing great as usual. Aaron Gordon playing really good basketball. Jokic doing his normal thing. But man, Wemby, I can't even put my finger on it. Like anybody who's been watching basketball for a long time or in general just hasn't seen anything like this ever. Like we've never seen nothing like this. I mean, the ball handling, his bag has gotten definitely a lot bigger over the last year or so because he's doing shit where he had that play in the first or second game of the year where he was in the post and he was pivoting and he just was pump faking and he just leaned into the body of someone and faded away and one like just little shit. You could tell he's working on his post game, working on them little moves, the little things. You know what I'm saying? And he had a move, the 3 he hit the other night against the Bulls where he crossed up Vucevic, hit him with a little hesitation, and Vucevic buckled a little, immediately went to the left, bang, 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, his shot selection has gotten so much better, too. So much better. I mean, I love the shots he's taking now. He cut his threes down from almost 9 a game to 4.5 a game, which is great because I couldn't stand. I mean, we in 2025. Everybody shoots threes now, right? That's cool, whatever. Especially if you can make them and shoot them at a high clip, but he was getting them bitches up. He was shooting 9, 10 a game, and I'm like, bro, you don't need to be doing that. Like, you can shoot 5 a game. You can shoot 6, 7 a game. That's straight, bro. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's too many threes a game, bro. You don't need that many threes. So somebody definitely talked to him and said, yo, we got to change your shot diet for sure. And it's worked. Bro, it's worked. He's giving you the normal defense as always, 4 blocks a game. Nothing new, nothing really new. We seen this. Like, we didn't see this exactly, but we knew we was about to get some version of this, and I love it, man. I really do. I love what I'm seeing from him. He had 31 last night. 30. Oh, he had triple-double last night. Triple-double. Him and Castle. Shout out to Stephon Castle too, UConn baby. Castle's been great. I know there was a lot of doubters on him last year because he didn't shoot the ball that great. Listen, no guard really comes into the league and shoots the ball great, especially when they have a lot of responsibility immediately. There's not too many that come into the league and shoot the ball great. I mean, look at VJ Edgecombe right now. He started off crazy hot. Had a few great games early in the year, and he's still been pretty good. He's been pretty good, but he definitely cooled off. He definitely cooled off. He's getting them shots, and now he's not shooting so great because that's just how it goes for rookies. Rookies don't come with the same efficiency. You're your first year in the league, obviously. So, it's hard to have that efficiency early on. But I seen a lot of doubters of Steph Castle last year, and he's like that. He's like that. He's definitely a really good player. Drew Holiday-esque type of player. Maybe not, as good defensively, obviously, but definitely a really good player. And man, shout out to Steph. He's been balling. Him and Wemby triple-double last night. I seen some stat. I can't remember what it was exactly. First two teammates to get triple-double together, I believe under a certain age. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But it was something along those lines. And, yeah, man, I think the Spurs got a bright future, too. De'Aaron Fox is still relatively young. It looks like he fits over there a little bit. I think they might move on from him in a year or two, but as of right now, he can teach those young guards, you know what I'm saying? And Castle, I mean, he can play with Castle. They could keep him. I don't know. It's a little weird. I'm not the biggest De'Aaron Fox fan, but he's obviously a great player. So, if they can make that work, that team over there, man, shit. You got Fox, Castle, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Wemby. Luke Cornett's getting a lot of minutes. He's been pretty damn good. Missing somebody, Sochan, of course. They got a lot of good players, man. A lot of really good players, and I love watching them play. I really do. Of course, I got the bias towards Stephon Castle. I'm a huge UConn fan, I've been a big Wemby fan since day one. I never doubted him. I knew he'd be, like I said, maybe not this exactly, but something along these lines. I knew he was getting something like this, so I'm definitely excited to see what comes from them in the future. I think they're probably gonna be a top 5, at least top 6 team in the West this year. Probably the West is always pretty deep. I think last year kind of took a small step back, maybe. Yeah, something like that. But this year, I think definitely is gonna take a small step back. You got some teams. You got the Rockets, the Nuggets, the Lakers. Obviously the Mavs are really bad right now. You got the Spurs who are playing pretty good. The Blazers are playing pretty good. The Thunder, of course. Yeah, it's still going to be pretty deep, but I think they can squeeze top 6. I think the Spurs will squeeze top 6, especially if Wemby keeps playing the way he does. Yeah, man. Shout out to Wemby. Shout out to Stephon Castle. Shout out to the Spurs. And shout out to all the role players in the NBA, man. Shout out to all the players in the come up. I love what I'm seeing. The young talent is insane right now. You got a lot of rookies playing good basketball right now. Con Knepel's playing good basketball. Derek Queen's playing decent basketball over there in New Orleans. Trey Johnson had a decent start for the Wizards. I don't know how he's been since. I haven't paid too much attention to the Wizards, not going to lie. I check the box scores. Don't watch too many of their games. But, Kaishawn George, another player who had a few good games this year. There's a lot of crazy young talent right now. Crazy young talent. I mean, Colin Murray Boyles for the Raptors been playing pretty good basketball. I'm just seeing a lot of rookies contributing early. A lot of rookies. And I was down on this draft class. I'm not going to lie. I was down on the last 2 draft class. I didn't think they were, nothing too crazy, but a lot of good players. Definitely a lot of good players. And I love what I'm seeing right now. Definitely excited for this season moving forward. Can't wait, man. Definitely can't wait. But yeah, let's wrap this up. That's the first episode of You Know What You Know, and thanks everybody for tuning in. That's it.